carries a story of courage, service, and extraordinary purpose. Some stories don't just inspire, some actually save lives. From coordinating emergency responses across Kenya to strengthening pre-hospital care systems in Kenya, this lady, our guest today, stands at the intersection of leadership, precision, and impact. Susan Ngonga, the Managing Director at the Emergency Plus Medical Services. Karibu sana, Susan.
Thank you very much, Noella.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Today you're in red. Is it a danger day within the emergency response?
Red is our brand color.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And as you see, yes, a lot of red.
Yes.
Always alert to save lives and to attend to communities.
Yes, ready for action.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Welcome to Her Memoir.
Thank you.
This is where we tell stories of remarkable women. Stories that have either been undertold or not told. We say every woman has a story, has strength, and has purpose. And your story is beautiful. Actually, my team and I were just reading up more about the commendable work you've done, during your tenure as the Managing Director for Emergency Plus Medical Services.
Thank you.
And I'm just wondering, Susan, when you look in the mirror today, what is that reflection you see of a younger Susan who is now this Susan and a great leader that this country has? What is that reflection?
Thank you very much, Noella. And that's a very good question. I mean, the story I see today when I look in the mirror, I see a story of a woman who has led, who has survived, who has uplifted others, not because the world was easy, but because I refused to let my light go out. That's the story I see.
Wow. The lights, you protected the light and held the light and it kept shining.
Yes.
And we'll get to details about that. But it's just curious, we see leaders like yourself, but we only see the Susan Ngonga of now. But there's a journey you've walked. We are just curious to know, where did you grow up? What schools did you attend to? Primary, secondary. Where did you rise from?
So I was born in Kisumu to a primary school teacher. My dad was a primary school teacher, and my mom worked as a telephonist at the Kenya Post Office 50 years ago.
Wow.
We grew up in Kisumu town. I went to school. I did my nursery in Area Nursery School, primary in Area Primary School. I proceeded to my secondary school. I started from Kisumu Girls High School, where I did my Form 1. Then I transferred to St. Albert's Ulanda Girls, which is a school in Migori County. And from there, then when I finished my fourth form, I proceeded to Strathmore College, Kianda College, which was within Strathmore at the time. I did my secretarial studies. Actually, when I finished school, I did not know what I wanted to do. So my mom decided for me that I need to go to Kianda College. To do secretarial, because at their time, Kianda College was a college for women, and everyone who passed through Kianda College was remarkable and still is remarkable today. So I pursued a secretarial course in Kianda College. I finished. I got employed with a law firm, Kilonzo and Company Advocates. I worked for Mutula Kilonzo, the late Mutula Kilonzo.
At Corner House?
At Corner House, yes.
Because I have a family who had an office there, and we used to see him go up the stairs.
Yes. Yeah. I worked there, but I was not convinced that that's what was meant for me. And I continued my studies. I did a diploma in leadership and management. I went back to school in Strathmore, did a diploma in international leadership and management. I continued, did another course with Newport University, did my bachelor's of business administration, continued with my education. During that time when I was doing my bachelor's with Newport University, I also found the opportunity at Red Cross, Kenya Red Cross, which I applied for a personal assistant, and I was lucky to get the job. So as I was doing that, working, I continued pursuing my education, finished that degree. Then I enrolled again for an executive master's in business administration with the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I did my master's, but when I joined the Red Cross, I did not continue immediately because I had to settle in my job.
Exactly.
Yeah. So after 3 or 4 years, I now enroll for the executive masters because I also felt that I now had the experience to be able to pursue my masters.
Wow.
Yes. So I pursued my masters in executive business administration with JKUAT. At that time, I also got a sponsorship from my employer to do an international master's in practicing management.
Wow.
So I was doing 2 courses at the same time, which was not easy.
But it's good to just learn, our elders keep telling us education is an investment that no one can take away from you.
Yes.
Seeing that, even getting an opportunity at Kenya Red Cross, but you saw the value of education, you're still in school, trying to balance. And these are some of the stories of courage and resilience that Her Memoir Podcast will really try to tell. Talk to us about your family. How many are you? Are you the firstborn? At times when we see leaders like yourself, we assume you're the firstborn. So it started early.
I come from a family of 8 children. I am the third born, but I'm the first girl. We are 6 boys and 2 girls. My sister comes second after me. After me, there's a brother, then my sister, then all the rest are boys. Yeah. But growing up, being the eldest girl, I took care of almost all my siblings. Yeah. I was always given the responsibility to clean the house, prepare all the children behind me, because I told you we are 8.
Yeah.
So I'm third. Behind me, we had 5 children. I had to take care of all these children. And during our time, of course, your mother is there, but because you are the eldest girl, you will have to help your mother.
Yeah.
And I remember most of my siblings, the younger one, they were born when I was in primary school. Yeah. But I took care of them. I used to wash them. I used to ensure that, they are fed when it's time to go to school, because we all used to go to school together. You make sure we are all dressed up, we have breakfast, and we go together.
And it's amazing to see that for you, leadership and service started at a very tender age, being the firstborn girl.
Indeed.
Are there any principles that your parents, gave you a foundation, things that still guide you through your leadership today? There may be family values, family principles. Maybe talk to us about them.
Yeah. So, when I look back, I see that my parents instilled the principle of responsibility, because I was given responsibility quite early. The house chores that we need to do required you to be responsible. Yeah. Cleaning the house, preparing the children, preparing food, they're not easy tasks. There are tasks that require you to be responsible. There are tasks that require you to be focused. It requires you also to have a sense of prioritization, because you must be able to plan yourselves. You must be able to organize yourself. When you wake up in the morning, your day is already packed, planned for you. You know, when you wake up, you have to wash your face, you brush your teeth, you go to the next level. Is it cleaning the house? Is after cleaning the house, what next? You're preparing breakfast. After preparing breakfast, cleaning the dishes. After cleaning the dishes, it was always a planned program. Yes.
Did you ever imagine, I'm trying to imagine back in Kisumu, did you ever imagine you'll end up in a healthcare industry, and also you'll end up being this leader that we all celebrate you today?
I never imagined, even for 1 minute. I never imagined even for 1 minute. And even when I finished school, I did not know what I wanted to do.
So at what point did you start figuring it out? You've talked about, of course, Kianda. It was this iconic, college, and your parents felt it is good. But what was your dream? We all grew up with this dream. What did you want to do? What was your passion?
So one thing that I know was in me, even from a tender age, at a young age, was the spirit of entrepreneurship. Because I remember during school holidays, and one of the subjects I liked in school very much was home science. And in home science, I liked cooking. So during school holidays, I would make mandazis, and of course just sell them out in the estate. So that was already, for me now looking back, I can see, that's where the business acumen started from. So the business element of E+ is one thing that is in me. Yes.
And look at you now. You're actually running a successful business.
Yes.
Talk to us about what makes you so proud and so passionate here at E+. You've grown it, there's expansion. Tell us, how do you do it, Susan? You seem to be cracking it in a way that other people are not cracking it as a leader.
So business is my passion. And when I got the opportunity to come to E+, I looked at it more as how can we make E+ thrive? How can we make it better? Of course, it's the healthcare industry. I am not a health professional, but at the end of the day, every organization, what is important is management and leadership. If you get that right, then everything will be in place. You don't have to know everything. I did not have to know all that is required in the healthcare industry. I only needed to know what is important and what helps me to lead. So at the time when I joined E+, it was 3 years old. I joined E+ in 2013. It was 3 years old. It had just been launched in 2010. And when it was launched in 2010, it was the leading ambulance service provider with the few ambulances it had. And it was launched as a business, a social enterprise, operating 80% commercially, 20% social enterprise. And being a new entity, or being a new field in Kenya of pre-hospital care, people did not appreciate it. Looking at it also being owned by the Red Cross, they know Red Cross gives handouts.
Disaster response.
So it was a difficult task to change their mindsets, to tell them that, you have to subscribe for ambulance service for those who can pay. Because the 20% element is for those who cannot pay.
CSR part of it.
Yes, CSR part of it. And because it has to sustain itself, that was the appropriate model. So the first 3 years, E Plus did not manage to break even. It was struggling. It was still being supported by the Kenya Red Cross, and it was not tenable. So I had to come in to work with the team to see how we can change that narrative, make it sustainable. And so it was a big task for me, but I took it with grace, and I knew that, I mean, for me, I am fearless.
Iron Lady.
I said, when it is tough, it is made for me.
Exactly.
So I will conquer it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, of course, the first things was to put things right, to just look at, where we are, what are the opportunities that are there for us as E Plus, being now a new industry that we are entering to and coming into in Kenya, because the pre-hospital care industry was not developed. There was no policy for EMS in Kenya. So it was, E Plus had now the opportunity to influence policy and to set the direction in Kenya. And maybe just going back, even before coming to E Plus, because I was involved with E Plus even before becoming the general manager, because working with the Red Cross in my role as the personal assistant in the office of the Secretary General at the time, it was also a time that Kenya Red Cross was going through a lot of reforms. So in my docket, I was in charge of administration and administration also HR. So I did a lot of HR work. And during that time, we had one of our senior staff who got involved in an accident. And being Red Cross, because we operate in emergency situations, we ensure that our staff have the best emergency evacuation cover as well as medical cover. So when that accident happened, we activated our service providers for evacuation as well as medical cover. Unfortunately, the ground ambulance provider was not able to provide the ambulance because where the accident happened was out of town, out of reach, and they did not have ambulances there. The air ambulance service provider said the area is not lit, the plane could not land there. Yeah? So of course, now, since I was in charge of also the logistics, we had to just use one of our vehicles to evacuate the staff back to Nairobi. And that's where the idea of E Plus started.
The importance of that pre-hospital care.
Yes.
I'm happy you talk about, at times they say ideas are born in a disaster, or ideas are born from an emergency. The connection you're already handling partly before you even came to E Plus. And we look at you, Susan, in this country today, whether it's a high-level event, go to even family functions, drive along, all over the country, you'll see an E Plus ambulance parked somewhere. What has been your defining moment?
Noella, I can think of so many. I don't even know which one to pick. But for me, really, I think COVID, if I take COVID as being our defining moment, yeah? Because when COVID struck, nobody anticipated COVID in this country. Yeah. Nobody knew what to do when COVID came. Yeah. The world shut down. And one thing for us as E Plus, we did not shut down. Yeah. And E Plus remained to be, the company that was saving lives. Even the first case of COVID, when the first case of COVID was announced, it was E Plus ambulance that went to evacuate the patient. Yeah. And that for me was really touching, because as E+, one of the things I told you, now when I got into E+, to take over this work, we had to do a lot of cleanup to look at the systems and to look at what we need to do better, what is working, what is not working. But one of the things that I also value is to have proper systems and proper structures. And I ensured that, we have systems that are in place, that are working. And we also built the capacity of our people. We trained them. We equipped the ambulances sufficiently to be able to cater for any emergency. So when COVID struck, we did not shut down. We were very well prepared. At that time, the keyword people were talking about PPEs.
Yeah.
We already had PPEs.
Wow.
Yeah. We even were working closely with the Ministry of Health, and we were happy to share our resources with them at the time because of the supply chain issues. Even getting commodities into the country was a problem. But because we had enough stock, we had enough sufficient resources that we're even able to share with our partners. Yeah.
Susan, you're this leader who has a very keen focus on the people, your people. And we see the work that you do at times, it can even be traumatizing. How do you manage to keep the teams on track, motivated, but also those who go through these tough moments? How do you help them deal, whether it's counseling or psychosocial support?
Yeah. So really in moments like this, actually for us, our work, the environment that we work in every day is a crisis environment. I always refer to it as a stormy environment. We are always working,
always ready for something.
In the storm. Yeah, and working in the storm, we are working with people, and people are important. Yeah. So the important thing is to take care of the people. Take care of the people first. Their welfare is critical, as I said. Ensure that they can access health care. They have the psychosocial support system, because the work that we do is traumatizing. And also, I start with myself. Yeah, I don't compromise on self-care. I ensure that at least I sleep well, I exercise, I relax, because that is the beginning of making yourself being ready to work. So instilling that kind of culture is very important. We have systems here for psychosocial support, where staff, when they're feeling low, they can access the services. They are cancelled. The work that they do is traumatizing. After every call which is disturbing or unsettling, they have access to these professionals to take care of them. They are also given time off to reflect and to deflect. We also do debriefing, so that we bring everyone together and we walk the journey together. Yeah.
I'm happy you mentioned about leading from the front.
Yes.
And requiring your teams to also have a focus on themselves and not allowing them to let loose in the line of work. Because a lot of when we walked in with my colleagues, we were all laughing and saying, you can tell an institution where people are happy and people are really passionate about their work. We've done these interviews, you go somewhere and you can just tell the spirit in the air. And we saw a different spirit here, despite that hectic work. But you see ownership, in your teams, from the get. There's that level of ownership. And it begs the question, Susan, how have you managed to build that trust with the people? Is it the 20% CSR you're talking about? How do you strike that balance? Because people trust. We see you and we trust E+.
Yes. Yeah, so it's the culture that we develop here, like I said. And one of the cultures that I have instilled is a culture of quality management systems. And quality management systems is not a big word. It is just doing what you do every day, what is prescribed for you to do every day, and doing it right. Yeah. And once you do it that way and you do it right, you believe it in it, you believe in yourself, and you see the results. Yeah. And for me, quality management system tells a lot, because if you do not invest in that, then you will be living in a chaotic world. So even your systems cannot be trusted, your people cannot trust themselves, they cannot believe in what they do. They're always in self-doubt. Yeah.
I know you've embedded a lot of innovation, ICT. You must have one of the best, it's called what? The call center control center.
Yes.
On this continent. Talk to us about how you're taking up technology and innovation to improve service delivery.
Yeah. So as E+, we value, we are always focused on improving our systems and staying up to date with technology. Yeah. We are always working to integrate our systems to make our life easier and to make our services also accessible. So we have a state-of-the-art emergency dispatch center, which is our control center, where all our ambulances are controlled from. It is linked to every system that we have, the HR system, the financial systems, as well as the vehicles. The dispatch center is a 24-hour operation center where we are able to see all our ambulances across the country, wherever they are. We are able to communicate with our drivers. We have radio communication. We are able to communicate with them short range and long distance, because when they are in operation, of course, safety is key. We don't expect them to lift their phones to talk. We talk to them through the radio. We are able to monitor and track their movements so that, we always know where they are and there's no abuse of these vehicles. The phone system that we have there is also called a 3CX, which has capacity to handle up to 64 calls at any one time. So if we have a mass casualty incident in the country, we are able to expand the call center and add additional workstations and bring in more people to handle mass casualty incidents in this country. And we are able to know what is happening in real-time basis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
From the call center. And I would invite you to come and just see all this technology that we have invested in the call center. Yes.
Yes, after here, it will be, we walked in, we just saw a swarm of ambulances.
Yes.
So it will be really good to just take a tour and see what else is within this complex.
Yes.
If you were to define your leadership style in one word or 2 words or 3 words, how would you define it?
My leadership style in 1 word or two words.
In a brief sentence, how will you define it?
Well, I can say it is a mix of all. Yeah, but generally, I practice an open door policy. But there are instances where also you have to use the carrot and stick. Yeah, it depends. But with E+, because of the way we are cultured, it is an open system of working. We are free. I give space to my people. I encourage them to be themselves, to exploit their potential to the fullest.
Is E+ also a young organization? Are you tapping into youthful skills and innovations?
Yeah, E+ is a young organization. The majority of the population here is below 35 or below 40, if I can say.
Yeah.
They're very youthful. They're young and energetic. And I can also say that the majority of population here are also women. Yes, we have very many women, young women here, who are doing the same jobs that their counterparts are able to do.
I love that because I'm a feminist, and I love seeing women leaders not giving to other women, but giving them an opportunity to prove themselves and do the work.
Yes.
Okay. We're just doing a little research. I like you initially you talked about picking up the leadership mantle at A+ when it was only 3 years old. And we've seen some expansion on the continent. Maybe just briefly talk to us. Looks like your wings are expanding in Africa.
Yeah. Actually, the vision for me for E+ is for E+ to be a Pan-African company. And we have started that journey. We started our first offshore company in the Gambia, working closely with the Gambia Red Cross. In the Gambia, we set up a company because we are in the Gambia. They felt they also need to name the company to resonate with the Gambia, so they called it G+.
Yes.
Yeah. So G+ has been there now. This is going to almost their 6th or 7th year.
Wow.
Yeah. But we are happy to say that we were able to help set up there and start. And G+ came in very handy during COVID-19 also for the Gambia. They evacuated quite a number of lives of patients during COVID. And we felt the impact of saving lives through this E+ Pan-African initiative. We have grown now. We are in Tanzania.
Oh, we saw you during the recent political uprising.
Yes.
You could see the ambulances.
Yes. Tanzania is growing. This is our 4th year of operation. Growing slowly but fast. And I am very, very proud of our achievements in Tanzania today. And just yesterday alone, the reason that we were going to Tanzania was to be able to offer the services to them through their National Hospital Insurance Fund. And yesterday we signed the contract with the National Hospital Insurance Fund. And that means that the access to these services to the Tanzanian population is now going to be enabled through this partnership with the National Hospital Insurance Fund. So in Tanzania also, the awareness is growing. During the recently concluded Chan Games, E+ Tanzania was the official partner offering emergency evacuation services at the stadium. And I'm sure if you are watching the games, you saw E+ everywhere.
Yes.
E+ has also been recognized by the World Bank. When Tanzania hosted the world leaders, presidents in Tanzania early this year, we were the official provider. And many other events that we are covering in Tanzania, apart from just working with the hospitals and corporates in Tanzania.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So we are gaining traction, and we are hoping and looking forward to E+ being in the whole of Africa.
Being a Pan-African company of pride, that all Africans can pride in it.
Yes.
And you've talked about the expansion. Definitely, that's a big achievement. What are the key achievements? If tomorrow you're to hand over the baton, you'll sit back and be very proud of those achievements. Away from the expansion, what else would you consider your biggest achievements?
I think for me, the biggest achievement is also the influence that E+ is making in the industry, in the pre-hospital care industry, and it is shaping the industry. We have been able to influence the formulation of the policy, EMS policy, which was not there even at the time that E+ was formed. We are working closely with the Ministry of Health in professionalizing pre-hospital care in Kenya. And I'm also very happy that the Ministry of Health has identified a regulator for this industry, being the Kenya Medical Practitioners Council. And with the regulation of ambulance service providers in the country, we are going to be able to bring sanity into this space, because it is a serious business. We are dealing with lives, and not every vehicle can be put on the road as an ambulance. An ambulance should be a vehicle that can offer you care on transit, not just transport you from one place to the other. Because in emergencies, the care that you get at the point when the emergency happens informs the outcome. And I can be proud to say that even though I'm the managing director of EPLAS directing these operations, I've also had my fair share of being a patient in my own ambulance.
Wow.
Yeah. And 2 times in critical condition. March 2021, during COVID, I was critically ill and had to be admitted at the ICU. There were no beds, if you can remember, and I stayed in the ambulance for 6 hours waiting for a bed. Yeah. In March 2022, and coincidentally, they all happened on 14th of March. 14th March 2021, 14th March 2022. I got a stroke while traveling from Kisumu back to Nairobi after the weekend. And all of a sudden, on my way to the airport, I realized that I could not function. And so when we rushed to the nearest facility, I could not function. My speech stopped. I could not write. And the nearest facility that we stopped in, they identified it was a stroke. Luckily enough, the flight, I was given medication that was to help slow down the effects. But immediately we activated the ambulance such that when I arrived at the airport, the ambulance was there to take me straight to hospital. And looking back, those moments when I was in the ambulance, I was helpless. I don't even remember what was happening in the ambulance. So I put myself in the shoes of
any other Kenyan,
the people that we carry. At that point, you need to trust the system. You need to trust that person who is now holding your life. Because if I did not trust them and if they did not do the right thing, I would not be sitting here with you today.
Susan, I know you have a moving hospital. I saw one, I think, influencer on X saying EPLAS ambulances, it's like a moving hospital. Then in the same breath, someone joked about ambulances that at times you find in our counties. You get in and there's only a little wooden stool at the corner. So why should we trust? What is this with EPLAS that gives that people entrust their life, with your ambulances?
So EPLAS, we are also guided by our core values. And one of our key core values is professionalism. And professionalism for us is very important. We want to ensure that, we operate ambulances that are up to international standards. And in EPLAS, we operate 2 kinds of ambulances: advanced cardiac life support ambulance and a basic life support ambulance. So the advanced cardiac life support is fully equipped with life-saving equipment, as I've said. The cardiac monitor, the ventilator, we have trauma equipment, we have equipment for delivery. We are able to deliver mothers in an ambulance. Wow. Yeah, we have all the necessary vital equipment for checking the vital signs for a patient in the ambulance. We have first-line emergency medication, drugs in the ambulance for resuscitation. Apart from the equipment, it has fully trained personnel We have a paramedic who is trained in an advanced cardiac life support, basic life support, pediatric life support. Mm-hmm. It also has a neonatal incubator, such that for preterm babies, we are able to evacuate them safely from one hospital to another hospital where they can get the appropriate care that they need.
Indeed, it's a moving hospital, yes, as people have described it before. Yes. Moving ICU, yes, moving hospital. Yes. Now we'll progress to very short, brief session. We call it unscripted truths. What is one misconception people often have about you?
So looking at the environment that we work in, people think that I am unshakable. Yeah,
the iron lady.
I don't break. Yeah, that I'm able to handle all the pressures that are thrown to me. But on the contrary, I'm just human, just like anyone else. It's just that I know how to manage them, and I know how to keep calm. Yes.
If you could relive one moment of your journey, which one will it be?
I really enjoy working with my team here at E+, and just being with them, the staff, and the moments that I enjoy more is the wellness session that we have, because we have designed once in a month an opportunity where we just unwind, yeah, openly with staff, everyone, irrespective of your level. Yeah. For me, that's the point where I feel connected to them.
Okay.
Yes.
What quote or personal mantra strengthens you on difficult days?
Purpose first. Yeah. Never lose sight of the mission. Never lose sight of what it is that you undertake to do. Yeah. Let the fear come second. Yeah. Don't fear. Yes.
Fearless. Yes. Describe yourself in one word when you're not the managing director seated in front of us today.
Calm and collected.
Calm and collected. Yes. Indeed, calm and collected. Wow. What is the boldest decision you ever made, and what did it teach you?
The boldest decision I made was to take up this responsibility as E+. Because as I told you, I was thrown in the deep end. I was not sure of myself, but then I learned that however tough it is, you confront it. Do not run away from it.
Wow. Wow. If you had to choose one item or symbol that represents your journey, what will that item or symbol be?
I would choose a candle. Yeah. And why a candle? Because a candle brings light. Yeah. When you light it, it lights the room. When you light it, it lights steady. It does not fall. And I believe in lighting the path for others. Yeah.
And indeed, it has lit your path.
Yes.
And if you were to gift this symbol to a young woman in healthcare industry or in leadership, what wisdom will you attach to it?
Yeah. So the wisdom I would attach to this candle, if I gift it to a woman, was to tell her to let her light always shine, and that she should not dim her light for the comfort of anyone.
To the woman afraid to step into leadership, what will you say to her?
Step in. Yeah, step in and take it on. You are as tough as what you fear.
Wow. To your younger self, just starting out in your career, what advice would you give her now?
To my younger self, don't be afraid. Don't limit yourself. Focus. Your dreams are valid.
Wow.
Yes.
To girls who dream of careers that are considered too tough or too masculine? What truth should they hold on to?
Nothing is too tough for anyone. We are all equal to the task.
Wow.
Yeah.
To Kenya's leaders and policymakers, what message do you have about emergency medical care and national preparedness?
The important message for me is that let's create systems for ourselves. Create a system that you can use. Don't create it with someone else in mind.
To the world, what do you want your story to teach about African women in leadership?
African women are capable. They need to be empowered. They need to be given the space to maximize their potential. Yeah.
Wow. If your life were a book, what would the title be?
The Candle and the Storm. And why the candle and the storm? Because the candle is me. Yeah. And the storm is the environment in which I operate in. I operate in an environment of crisis and certainty. And in that environment, I am able to create order, to brighten the lives of others, and to bring hope.
Wow.
Yes.
If your life were a memoir, what would the title of this current chapter be?
This current chapter. This current chapter, I would say looking back. Yeah? And looking back to trace the steps where we have come from, where I have come from, and where I'm going.
Okay.
Yes.
What single phrase best sums up your journey of courage, service, and leadership?
I would say persistence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Persistence while keeping the calm and the purpose.
Yes.
Beautiful. If you could dedicate your memoir to one person or two people, before we've had people contests, it's hard to choose one person. So I'll say two. If you would dedicate your memoir to two people, who will it be and why?
I would dedicate it to my children and my husband. That is more than two people. Because they are the pillars of my strength.
Wow.
Yes.
What emotion do you want listeners to feel when they finish hearing your story today that you've given to us, or tomorrow if you write your book? What is that story you want your readers or viewers to know?
I will pray that they get inspired and they also get encouraged from this journey.
How do you want history to remember Susan Ngonga?
The woman who lived her life to the fullest and impacted others in a positive way.
Wow, Susan, I don't know. It's such a beautiful story, your personal journey, your leadership at A+. And we sit in this environment. We see so many things. We've been to other offices, but I doubt we've seen a display shelf with a lot of, achievements like what you're saying today. Maybe you can just, quickly, just, briefly take us through what are the most outstanding achievements.
Thank you, Noella. So here we have all the awards and achievements that we have received. I will start with the first one there. There, outside here, we have the certificate that shows we are ISO 9001, 2015, 2015 certified. Yeah, being the only EMS provider that is ISO 9001, 2015 certified and recertified. 2 times recertified.
Wow.
Yeah. We are a super brand.
Yes.
5 times in a row.
All the way to 2026.
Yes, as you can see.
It's given for a period of 2 years?
Yes, for 2 years. Yeah. We've also won the World Business Leader from World Cobb in the US. Yeah, for...
You're international, Susan.
Yes, yeah. We've had the opportunity also to provide services to the former president of the US, Barack Obama.
That's a photo with the...
when he was here. We've had a number of awards, as you can see. Down here we have the Bees 2023. We also have another one. I cannot see it here. Maybe it's behind you there. This one down here.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
Quality Achievement Award from SQA, which is a European institute.
Wow. From American to Europe to Africa, you're conquering the globe. Wow. Oh, this is beautiful.
So we're quite proud of the achievements that we have received this time. And this is the work of the team that we have here.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, this is beautiful. As I usually say, we'll ensure we send you your flowers. This work here, this leadership definitely deserves flowers. We brought a little flower to start with. Some little thing from Her Memoir.
Thank you.
I'm happy that when you're talking, you talked about your leadership being calm and purposeful. And we want you to be calm. There's something here we've got you. Oh, sorry. Don't worry, we'll pick it. This one is to calm you. When the times are tough, we want you to be very calm because we want this leader to be calm at all moments because your work really involves saving lives. And when you're calm, then we're at peace. We know Susan Ngonga, together with her teams, will be able to lead us.
Thank you.
Then also, a little whisper told me that you love to read your Bible. So we brought you some bookmarks.
Thank you very much.
It talks about every woman carries a story. Her memoir tells these stories. Your story, your strength, your memoir. And today we've started that chapter. So this is for your bookmarks. Then lastly, we were told again another whisper that you love fine things. So we brought you something nice from Her Memoir team so that you can scribble your notes.
Thank you.
Susan, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story, sharing a lot of insights, a lot of motivation to other women, whether already in leadership positions or who are looking up to, rise in their career journey, but also to show that we all come from humble beginnings and also our lives, it's more of what we do with it. So we are speaking to Susan Ngonga, the Managing Director at E+. Please, if you've not subscribed, you need to subscribe. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Naila.
And we wish you the very best. Please keep the calm, keep the purpose, and we celebrate you today.
Thank you.
Asante.
Thank you.
Thank you.